and welcome in. I am MissKinghorn and we are back here in The Sims 4 and we're actually back working in the new world for Ciudad Enamorada. I'm presuming I'm saying that right, but let's be fair, this is me we're talking about, so I can guarantee it's wrong. Anyway, a little bit of translation. It's the City of Love in Spanish, which I kind of get for the Lovestruck DLC, XP, whatever, that we have got here. Now, how to put this nicely, I don't particularly like this pack. It had so much potential. It had so much that could really work, and yet really it doesn't do anything. It's at least for me. Let me know down in the comments below, what do you think? Are you liking it? Are you not liking it? Have you bought it? Have you not? Are you waiting for it to be on sale? If you are waiting for it to be on sale, I've got to be fair, you're probably doing the best thing. That's pretty much all I can say about it. It just doesn't really work. From a build buy point of view, I mean, I'm a builder. I don't really care about CAS. I don't care about gameplay. They're not really my thing. I have had a look at the creator sim that comes with this when I created the couple that goes in this house, which I haven't told you anything about, by the way. I'll get to that in a minute. I had a play around. It's nice. Do I think I'm going to use much of the CAS stuff? Not really, but then to be fair, I don't really go into CAS, so that's not really anything. Another build buy. That is what I do care about. Do I think I'm going to use this in probably any of my builds other than the first couple here? Maybe 2 or 3 pieces. And that's it. So yeah, I don't see me using a lot of the pieces, and you'll actually sort of see as we go through this build how little I use of that new pack. Looking here, I think the only things I've used so far is the wallpaper and the new oval kind of planters you can see there, and the little planter on the wall. Everything else is from other packs. There is very, very little actually in here from the new pack. Like, if you don't have the new pack, you can use this on a 15 by 20 lot, which is the lot it's on. You can just pick up and place it anywhere. It doesn't have to be a penthouse. It doesn't have to be here. It works here, but do I think it could work anywhere else? Absolutely. Obviously, you'll just need to change the front door to be a proper front door rather than just the lift elevator that it's got there at the moment. Yeah. There's not really much more I can say other than that's really it. I tried my best, but I had in my head, and I didn't watch any of like the sort of early access bits. I've since watched them. I had a little bit of time this morning. This is Monday morning for me here in the UK. Obviously the video will go out tomorrow if you're watching this. Obviously on the day of release it comes out. It's out now, but as of recording this, it's like 24 hours beforehand. So I have seen a couple of them. I've kind of seen mixed reactions, I've got to be honest, of people saying that they like it, others saying that they don't. For me, I don't particularly like it. And I mean, the candle which I don't actually think I used in this build because it didn't really work, I've got to be honest, for this build. It feels quite old, whereas this feels like it's a very modern kind of pack, and that's kind of the theme I've kind of gone for this, which obviously is totally not really me, but I felt like this pack and this city kind of needed it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna use that. Maybe one of the beds I think is quite nice, and then there's other bits, and it just doesn't really work. So like for me personally, if I'm doing say a bedroom, I like to have everything matching. So like the bed would work with the dresser, bedside tables would work with the wardrobes. You can't do that here because it just does not match, put simply. But anyway, I have been moaning for way too long. Let's get on to talk about this build. So I built this actually for a couple who are deeply in love. They are smitten with each other and they don't mind telling anybody and everybody about it. They actually, when I was creating them, I created them with the steamy kind of relationship in there because I felt like that kind of worked a little bit for this apartment. They are very touchy-feely, I think is the word, that's the word we'll go for, in here. Now this does have 2 bedrooms, but I have used one of them as an office. Maybe I thought when I was doing it that they could be like maybe a YouTuber, maybe somebody who comes up with like sort of webinars about like romance and kind of body positivity, maybe something kind of along those lines. So I did actually use the kind of YouTuber kind of setup, streaming setup from Get Famous. It was in there. I've not used it for a while actually, because obviously we've now got like the gaming PCs, but I didn't really want to use one of those. I thought like you would have like the proper setup. So you'll sort of see when we come to the home office kind of studio. Now this is about the 4th take of doing this build. So yeah, if it comes to I kind of know what I'm doing, yeah, it's because I kind of know what I'm doing. There's bits that I've taken from like each of the other ones, but this is the actual one that I kind of settled on, if that's the right word, in here. I think this is probably going to be a world where we have maybe 1, possibly 2 videos, and then we're going to forget about it. Because in my head, when we were waiting for this sort of to come out, I was like, right, okay, I'm gonna do an apartment or penthouse, I'm gonna do this, I want to do this, I want to do that, without really seeing what came with it. And obviously I have changed like all of my plans. So yes, you are gonna have this penthouse. I don't know what's coming next, if anything at all. It may be a while before the next one comes out in here. It's not really my style. It's not something I'm overly comfortable doing, if that makes any sense. I feel like, and you'll sort of notice when it comes to like my worlds, if I'm not 100% sure, like culturally or architectural wise, I don't tend to go there because I don't know, if that makes any sense. So I'm a bit like, I don't really know how this works. So having a look at sort of Mexican, sort of Spanish, obviously Latin American kind of housing as well, didn't really help, I've got to be honest. Especially when I then saw the items that we had. Yeah, so many ideas, and yet I couldn't really do any of them. But anyway, this is the penthouse we have here. I've kind of gone for a very monochrome with like hints of sort of red and gold kind of coming through as well, which I thought was a really nice sort of modern place for this couple to live in. As I say, the lady in this build, or kind of my head in the and obviously in the screenshots and play tested at the end, they were kind of like a YouTuber. I don't really know what the guy was gonna do, but yeah, you can kind of make up whatever story you really want in here. But yes, now you may notice in the title it was going to be called something completely different, because we were kind of going very OTT on the love. I've since changed that, and I believe when this comes out, this is going to be called the Sims in Love Penthouse. So yes, you can find that on the gallery. In there, obviously my ID is MissKinghorn on there, so you can find that as well if you would like to download this. I have seen so many amazing penthouses and builds with this pack, and I'm really struggling. I have subsequently realised that there are quite a few items that are not listed in the Lovestruck tag. So you'll sort of see, I tend to go through everything and then I'm like, I'm sure I've seen something, like wasn't there sort of, and yeah, I just couldn't find everything. I don't know why that they're not tagged, they really should be. But I literally, when I finished this build, I was like, I'm sure there's not enough pieces, there's not enough items built by in here, and I then found them all. Basically you have to go to the search bar, press enter, and it gives you absolutely everything, which I knew about, but like I kind of just think everything should be tagged. It wasn't. Anyway, I have been really ranty today, haven't I? Anyway, so we have basically done all of like the communal areas. So the living room, the dining area, the kitchen is all done, and we are now moving into the bedroom. So this is the only bedroom that is kind of set up as a bedroom in here. This is a little costume box. Yeah, I've kind of placed that there. Lots of mirrors, very much like the build last week as well. Lots of mirrors coming in to here as well. As I say, they're very confident with their bodies, they're very open with each other, very touchy-feely, very much in love. It's kind of what I wanted for this couple and this home in here. And then I don't overdo this, I don't think. Obviously I get a little chair in, I get a wardrobe. These new bedside table kind of end tables I love. I really want more of that sort of style, I have to be honest, because I think they just work so well and they're so kind of versatile. They can go everywhere into there as well. So super hoping we get more sort of things like that. I think in this style we only have the bedside table and the desk. There's nothing else, which, you know, anyway. This is then going to be the bathroom. There is only one in here, which I thought, given the fact that it's only you can have it as a 2-bedroom if you really wanted, but as there's only one sort of bedroom in here, I thought this would be fine. And I have done a double shower using the new sort of shower walls. I get the idea that they had with this, and I like the idea. Execution of them is not really, because you do actually have to have a wall around them. I got rid of the wall because it just didn't look right for what I kind of wanted. I wanted you to be able to see in a lot more, so I basically deleted the wall after I put them in. But yeah, I mean, it works, and you'll sort of see in the screenshots that you can in fact have 2 Sims in here showering together. They didn't have any problem with it, let's put it that way. Normally if you have like 2 people in the bathroom, they kind of go, there's another person, but they were fine with it in here as well. So yes, this is basically the bathroom done. We are very, very close to coming up to the end of this video. Wow, I have been going on for way too long. Anyway, just a little rug, as per usual. I like to have a little rug in basically all of my rooms in here. And yes, this wasn't originally going to be an office. I changed my mind, and this was originally going to be a bedroom, and it was all decorated up as a bedroom, and then I thought, really, do I do it as a kid's bedroom? No. Basically, I came up with this idea to kind of have it as a sort of home office come sort of studio in here, and I thought this sort of neon light really works as like a kind of backdrop. So like if you did like webcam sort of talking or anything sort of like that for like your YouTube videos, you can have like your brand, your name kind of behind you in lights, which I thought was a really nice little feature into there. Kind of gone for the darker kind of purple, which looking at here, I may have put or should have put some extra lights in here because it does look quite dark, but I thought that it could work in there really nicely. And then obviously you've got that whole big sort of strip of sort of lights coming along the back as well. It's a nice little backdrop into there as well. And then I thought maybe because that's kind of, it's not really a computer, you would need something to maybe like edit them on, or maybe just come up with ideas and work off of things like that. So I thought, let's put a little computer in here. And then we've also got the bookshelf. This one I don't think I've ever used. It's actually from the Modern Luxe kit, which is a kit I absolutely love. I used a lot of that stuff from that, but I don't think I've ever seen that before. Anyhow, I've got it in here. I don't necessarily know if it's usable. There is another bookshelf in the living room, so you can use that if you wanted to. I did also sort of squish a couple of the little books sort of shelves up behind the computer here as well. Just, I think there's 3 of them all merged in together to make it fit and make it look a little bit bigger because they are quite small. But anyway, I shall leave you here. If you have enjoyed this video, then please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you next time. But until then, bye everyone!